Welcome back to the channel, guys. I hope you guys are doing great. And today we're going to talk about a very special weapon system from Tarn Tactical Innovations, and that is the TTI V7 Sovereign. Well, it's a pistol package over there if you do go to Tarn's website, but it is an SBR in this case, short barrel rifle, because I've got a nice BCM stock on here, which is just like the movies. Now, speaking of the movies, why is this thing really special? Because it was featured over at the Accountant 2 movie, Ben Affleck and John Brenthal, the Punisher. Now, I've got a bunch of different Tarn Tactical products. I've got the ballerina gun right here, pistol, and I've got other stuff as well. But man, this thing utterly impressed me. It is probably one of the softest shooting short barrel ARs I've ever fired in my life. Now we're gonna go over to some of the specs, but I just wanna let you guys know, and you guys will see, I'm gonna fire this thing a few times. You guys will see how this thing is. But overall, I haven't had any issues. V7, obviously a freaking fantastic company. It's like a high-end ARs out there that cost a few $1,000s. But if you do get your hands on one, they're known to be pretty high-end. A lot of you folks use to compete with them. In this case, Tarn Tactical, obviously worldwide known competition shooter. He's the one that trains all the Hollywood action stars. His place have become that place where it's a rite of passage. You know, if you like guns, you shoot there, you made it, kind of thing. At least I think so, right? It's a pretty cool experience when you're over there. But anyways, Taran makes some awesome guns. So the movie obviously made this very special, but because it's from Taran, that's even more special for me, because he really is. When he touches any guns, he just completely transforms that gun, whatever it is, to something so much better than it was, let's just say. With that being said, we've got the 10.5-inch SBR package here with a dual mags right here together, so it's super easy to change the mags, right? I've got a 55 grain on one, and then a 62 grain steel tip on the other one to kind of give this one a try. But before we get there, guys, let me go straight to Taran's website, and I'm gonna go ahead and read some of the specs for you guys. And you guys are gonna be blown away because it is friggin' pretty cool. Anyways, TTI V7 low receiver, Sovereign low receiver. On his website, it's the SB Tactical Brace. I've got the BCM stock. TTI Timney Alpha AR Pro trigger. This trigger is insanely light. Now for combat, home defense, I don't recommend it. It is super light, but for competition or recreational use, all day long, it is incredible. We got the Battle Arms ambidextrous fire selector lever, which is pretty cool. Shout out to those guys over there. We've got a grip with the beaver tail. Obviously, the grip is one that I'm not the biggest fan of. I like those MacBull K2 ones. I don't like this one. I don't like finger grooves, but it is right here. I'm not changing anything because this is how it was featured in the movie. Then we've got the KYN shot buffer. It is insane. You know those like silent capture buffer systems? I highly recommend it, guys. If you guys have never felt this, it changes the way the gun feels when you charge it. Also, when you shoot it, it's incredibly soft. For a 10.5, this thing shoots like an 18-inch competition rifle. It's very, very good. And the upper parts, we've got the 10.5, 5.56 in this case, fluted match barrel, SLR Rifle Works SD0, 9.5-inch M-LOK handguard. If you guys notice this thing kind of bevels out a little bit for espresso, which I have a Huxworks Flow 556K in here, and it is very good. You basically have a flow-through technology. You don't really get a lot of gases back to your face, just a little bit if you're dumping mags, and still relatively quiet. Now in this case, it is in this handguard right here, but if this thing gets stuck, you really don't have enough leverage to kind of be able to remove this can, which it happened to me. I had to use one of those like strap wrenches to get that thing out of there. Moving on, so we've got the V7 nickel barn, so bolt carry group right here. So there's that TTI Radiant Raptor charging handle. We've got a pretty badass charging handle. Strike Industries dust cover. TTI, obviously, Huxworks flash hider in that case. So basically it'll look exactly like this, but you're not gonna get a suppressor because it's an NFA item. You can get it yourself like I did here, right? And it's flash hider, like blast deflector. Optics, now we've got the EOTech EXPS 3-1 with a G45 3X magnifier with the Unity flip to center and a Unity riser right here. So shout out to Hallie over at Unity, friggin' awesome. Then we've got this, I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of this, but this is a Crimson Trace laser. I constantly bump into that and the laser just comes on by itself, but I refuse to change it. I just want to keep this gun the way it is, the way it was featured in the movie, and it is in my studio on the wall. You guys watch my other videos, you'll see this thing on the wall. That's pretty much about it. I want to go ahead and shoot some, see how it feels. Again, got two different 55 grain and 60 grain ammo here, and I want you guys to see, I mean, I've shot it obviously, I want you guys to see how this thing actually looks to the viewer. That being said, let's get right into it. All right, folks, so I'm going to shoot this thing, and I noticed this. To have it staged, like I wanted to keep the TTI logo for you guys to see, but I want to actually have it staged this way. And the reason for that is, while I'm shooting this thing, if I'm going to reload, I press the reload magazine release button this way, and I'm just doing this, so it's out of the way. But if I do it this way, if I start that way, pop, 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 and I do a reload, guess what happens? Look at my finger on the magazine catch button, right? Right there. And it pinched the living crap out of my finger, and I don't like that. So first shots will be the green tip 62 grain. Here it is, just a EOTech. Guys, it sincerely,
it doesn't move.
It doesn't move at all. It's crazy. And this Huxworks is pretty quiet for what it is. It just doesn't move, man. Look at this thing. So now the round that's in there, first one's gonna be 60 grain and then 55. Reload. There you go. It just pinches my finger like crazy. And the ejection pattern is so freaking good. Look at that. She's cooking. There you go. That's my brand new Huxworks can. This is the first time I think I fired it with this can. I think I was using Ryan's can before. This thing shoots absolutely incredible, guys. I love this thing, and it's gonna keep cooking. It kind of smells interesting, like a burnt clutch. That's it, guys. So if you guys are interested, definitely check out with Tarn Tactical. I don't believe you can even get these even if you wanted to, because they are sold out, and you'd have to kind of ask Taran to make you new ones, and that may take some time. So I'm definitely privileged to have one of these in my inventory as you guys see it. There it is. This is the V7, TTI V7 Sovereign. There you go. That being said, guys, as always, let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Do you have any experience with this? If not, do you have any experience with Tarn Tactical products? What are your thoughts about them? Let me know. I'd love to know. And please subscribe, give me a thumbs up, comment, all that stuff to kind of push this channel further. I'm going to continue making content on this channel. I'm going to try to make them more professional every time, kind of slowly getting into it all by myself. But with your help, I'm going to slowly get better and better at making content for you guys. So with that being said, as always, thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Be safe.